Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Pacers Daily. I'm your host, Hery Acosta. It is officially winter time. Christmas is just around the corner here in 2 days. Let's get an episode out. Let's talk. Let's talk about the Pacers. Um, while we're 6-23, we lost again. I didn't have too much faith in this game, but the way the Pacers played in the first two quarters, I actually said, "Oh, we might win a game. Just that's great. Let's win a game." Because we beat them 35 to 26 in the first, 26 to 17 in the second. So that's an 18-point lead at halftime. But we lost by 8. So just just make that make sense. Um After a third quarter that we lost by 10 in the third quarter, we really just had to step it up in the fourth, and we did not. Siakam had himself a big game, 25, 6, and 3. But on the other side, 31 points, 9 rebounds from Jaylen Brown, and a 19-point game from Derek White. 11 off the bench for Simons and 11 for Peyton Pritchard. Neither team shot the ball well at all. We actually shot 33 from 85, 39% from the field. And we shot 13 of 40 from 3, while they shot 38 to 89 and 11 of 37 from 3. We were pretty balance on free throws, 16 of 18, while they were 16 of 19. But they grabbed 63 rebounds to our 46. They had 6 steals to our 4, same amount of turnovers. But they also had 52 points in the paint compared to our 28 and 24 second chance compared to our 10. These are just stuff that we got to work on. We also haven't capitalized off turnovers as they were 20 and 10. And overall, just not a good blown lead, but you can't really be mad. We can't really be mad at it. They actually played very hard. But a fourth quarter we only score 13 points is not necessarily what you want to see from any team, whether you're good, whether you're bad, whether you're the best team in the league or the worst team in the league, because right now we're the worst team in the league. Um we are still technically 14th in the East, but we did lose to the Wizards not too long ago. So that's just not something that this is not something to be proud of, but hey, maybe a first overall pick could come out because we do have a first round pick. And that's gonna be definitely something I'm gonna talk about more towards um the actual trade deadline, seeing how we are during the All-Star break and everything. Because during All-Star break, I'm gonna just basically talk about if there's any people we should pick up and if there's people we should release at that time, because that's gonna be a little bit like close to the trade deadline. Just kind of see what happens around that time. But no, the fourth quarter was 29 to 13 on theirs. Just terrible fourth quarter for us. We haven't been a good fourth quarter team at all this year. Many games where we've blown big leads in the fourth quarter. The next game we blew a big lead in the fourth quarter. But a lot of this actually had to do with the fact that we have no bench at all. One of our big key factors in the finals in the playoffs itself was how good our bench was playing. Obviously McConnell was out, but off the bench, Jarris Walker's not doing anything. Jarris Walker had 2 points. Quentin Jackson had 9, so that's something. But Furphy had 3 points. No points for Wiseman in 12 minutes. Isaiah Jackson only played 2 minutes. Matthews and Cam Jones. Cam Jones made his debut. He scored, which great. And then Garrison Matthews made 2 free throws. But there was just no rotation. Everybody was playing weird minutes. Furphy played the most minutes of anyone off the bench. And I like Furphy, but he hasn't shown that he should be the sixth man. There's no way he should be getting more minutes than players like Isaiah Jackson should not be getting 2 minutes. That actually confuses the heck out of me. But what can we do? We are not the coach. Um, I wish we could definitely have more say, because it just doesn't make sense to me how certain players are getting certain amount of minutes. And yeah, we have a lot of injuries, and I'm going to talk about some of those. We still have 6 players on the actual roster, and I don't know why I forgot that last night was a long night because I was in between watching the um Colts game and Pacers game. For Isaiah Jackson did get injured. That's why he played 2 minutes. So just ignore the last like 2 minutes of my rant. Isaiah Jackson did get injured. He has a head injury. They are investigating the play where he got hurt, but that's completely on me. I completely forgot he got injured. So I'm already seeing the comments now, but it's whatever. I was watching the Colts game as well, and that was just I don't even know what I'm watching anymore with the Colts. It's just Philip Rivers is on my screen at 44 years old. Our defense can't stop a Pee Wee football team. They can't stop a Pop Warner football team. They can't stop a bunch of toddlers running around. So that's that. But we're gonna talk about the next game real quick before I log off here. Once again, Jackson is probably gonna be out. No, going back to that, McConnell's still game time decision, and obviously we have the same with Shepard, Neesmith, Toppin, and Halliburton. But we play the Giannis less Bucks that are currently 11 and 18. I just want to win this game because honestly, screw the Bucks. I want to win this game. I want to beat Miles Turner. If we do, wonderful. If we don't, whatever. Um, we're just pretty much speed running a first overall pick at this point, or at least a top 5 pick. But not a lot to really look at this game. Just kind of they have some good 3-point shooters. Just really close out the spacing for them. Make sure players like AJ Green, like Kevin Porter Jr., like Gary Trent Jr. don't start getting hot. Make sure Bobby Portis is a non-factor. And then Miles Turner is going to pretty much take over as the star of this team. So kind of just don't let him be useful in the paint when it comes to shot blocking or anything. Make sure you get that shot over because he's one of the best shot blockers in the league. But as always, I'm your host, Hery Acosta. This is Pacers Daily. Boom, baby, and go, Sirs.